Better Call Saul gives us a multi-layered exploration of masculinity. It tracks the progression of male characters in the show through the driving force of masculine expectations and tendencies, in a way, giving us the therapeutic relief of knowing the roots of how Jimmy, Mike, and even Gus become their already broken bad selves as they are introduced in Breaking Bad. I want to note that there are other driving forces, such as class. However, for the purposes of this video, we will only be exploring the theme of masculinity. So where does the show depict prototypical behaviors of hypermasculinity? Well, there's blatant violence, violence for revenge, and the use of high crime as a means for money, power, and status. The cartel can be seen as the benchmark of hypermasculinity, a reference group to compare Jimmy, Mike, Gus, Howard, and Chuck to throughout the show. First, let's look at Gus and Mike. Mike justifies everything he does as a way to provide for his family, and unlike Walt, who used the same justification,
I have to hear one more time that you did this for the family.
I did it for me.
There is no doubt that Mike's words are true.
I do what I do so they can have a better life. And if I live or if I die, it really doesn't make a difference to me as long as they have what they need.
In fact, Mike is so construed in his role as the family protector that he does not even know who he is without it. Mike views Maddie's death as his own failure to protect his family, and when he is reminded, he feels lost, purposeless, and angry. After Mike almost dies from feeling disconnected from this protector identity, Gus gives him the opportunity to revive it.
Why me?
Because I believe that you understand.
Understand what?
Revenge.
Of all the male characters, Jimmy starts off with less traditionally masculine traits. Working in a tiny office at the back of a nail spa, disinterest in expensive cars, and having lower career status than his peers and his brother. He is not afraid to ask for help when he needs it. Also, his character actually portrays overt instances of tenderness and vulnerability. This is what makes Jimmy so likable to the viewers, and to Kim, revealing that you don't need to have status, money, and unshakable self-reliance to be a real man. We contrast Jimmy with Chuck and Howard, who represent more traditional masculine traits. Both are high-status, successful lawyers. Both keep their emotional sides under locks. Howard's confidence and ability to always look in control is almost unsettling. Chuck loves his brother, but refuses to communicate this and actively resists receiving displays of love and connection from him. This can be seen in the flashback in Jimmy's attempts to make Chuck proud by revealing that he had passed the bar exam. Instead, Chuck blocks Jimmy's attempts to get a foot in the door as a lawyer, and permanently severs the connection between himself and Jimmy in this conversation.
But the truth is, you've never mattered all that much to me.
Ending the last close relationship he had left. Chuck is so obsessed with maintaining an emotionless, dignified front that when he finally breaks, he feels so ashamed he kills himself. After Chuck's death, the audience gets a glimpse of just how hard it is for Howard to maintain unemotional, and the psychological damage it appears to be doing to him. Jimmy's final interactions with Chuck, followed by his death, precipitate the unfolding of Saul. Chuck's refusal to accept Jimmy ultimately translates to Jimmy feeling angry and beaten down by corporate glass ceilings as a whole, as Chuck's belief in him is as all the law profession's belief in him. He realizes this here.
Do what they won't do. You're going to be smart, you are going to cut corners, and you are going to win. They're on the 35th floor, you're going to be on the 50th floor. You're going to be looking down on them. And the higher you rise, the more they're going to hate you.
The emergence of Saul epitomizes a new hypermasculine ego, one that is fixated on power, status, revenge, and a disregard for consequences and responsibility. Jimmy's switch over to Saul is subtly captured by this scene.
You deserve it. But, JMM.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't know. I got it for Jimmy McGill.
Yeah, well, Jimmy loves it.
And then this scene.
JMM. What's that?
Oh, that's my motto.
Yeah?
Justice matters most.
And Saul's full surfacing is apparent in this scene.
You look down on me? You pity me? Walk away. That's right, Howard. You know why I didn't take the job? Because it's too small. I don't care about it. It's nothing to me. It's a bacterium. I travel in worlds you can't even imagine. You can't conceive of what I'm capable of. I'm so far beyond you. I'm like a god in human clothing. Lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips.
The show gives us an idea of what it's like to be immersed by hypermasculine traits, to the point where these characters end up almost indistinguishable from the cartel archetype.
You know what they are.
Meaning the Salamancas. And you are so very different from them?
Yes. I am different. I will kill your infant daughter.
These characters are reflections of themselves. And it is these hypermasculine values that have helped pave the path into the grim and lonely fates they face in Breaking Bad. We are reminded of Jimmy's fate at the start of every season. Kim is no longer with him in Breaking Bad, and after Breaking Bad, he lives on the run, in constant paranoia under a fake identity. So it begs the question, was it really worth it in the end? We'd love to know what you guys think, so please comment. Better Call Saul is one of the best shows created in my opinion, and I really enjoyed making this video, so subscribe if you want to see more.
Opponents of freedom wrongly intimidated you? Maybe they told you that you're in serious trouble.